In a world where time moves faster than we realize, how do we ensure that our lives leave an imprint? What does it take to live in a way that people will remember, not just the things we've done, but for the lives we've touched? Have you ever wondered what kind of legacy you'll leave behind? What will people say about you when you're no longer here? The truth is, we all have the power to shape the way we're remembered through our actions, our values, and the way we live each day. Living a life worth remembering isn't about fame or wealth. It's about how we make others feel, the impact we have, and the lives we touch. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into what it truly means to live a life that leaves a lasting impression, one that resonates even after we're gone. Stick around until the end, because you'll want to reflect on some of the questions I'm about to ask. A life worth remembering isn't just about how many trophies we collect, how much wealth we accumulate, or how many titles we earn. While these things might leave a mark, they don't tell the full story of who we are. It's about legacy. Legacy is how we are remembered by those who were touched by our lives. It's not about the outward accolades, but about the impact we leave on others' hearts and minds. When we think of those we love, admire, or respect, what do we remember most? Likely it's not their wealth, but how they made us feel, the kindness they showed, the advice they gave, or how they guided us through tough times. A life worth remembering is built on connections. It's about the bonds we create with our families, friends, colleagues, and even strangers we encounter in passing. It's the way we made someone's day brighter, the way we listened when someone needed to talk, or how we shared our knowledge and wisdom to help others grow. The definition of a life well lived is not just how we live for ourselves, but how we live for others. Consider the kind of impression you leave behind. When you're gone, will people remember you for how you treated them? Will they recall your words of encouragement or your acts of kindness? This is the essence of a life worth remembering. Personal achievements, whether they be academic honors, career advancements, or material possessions, are certainly milestones in life. They are worthy of recognition, but they alone don't define the depth of our lives. They don't capture the essence of who we are at a core level. Achievements are temporary. Yes, a career award or an accomplishment might bring us joy for a moment, but over time, they lose their significance, especially when we compare them to the lasting impact we have on the people around us. Legacy is lasting. What we leave behind in the hearts and minds of others is our true legacy. It's not just about what we achieve for ourselves, but what we give others, whether it's wisdom, kindness, compassion, or love. This is the kind of legacy that lives on long after we're gone. Think about those who've impacted your life. You might have people who years ago gave you guidance, comforted you during tough times, or helped shape your view of the world. Those individuals didn't necessarily have the highest accomplishments or the biggest accolades, but their presence, their kindness, and their genuine care left an indelible mark on your heart. Their lives were worth remembering because they contributed something meaningful to your life. It's natural for us to desire success in life. We all want to achieve our goals, pursue our dreams, and accomplish great things. However, focusing only on success can sometimes lead us down the path of self-centeredness, and we risk losing sight of what truly matters. Success without meaning can feel hollow. At first glance, we might think that a successful life, a life of wealth, recognition, and material gain, is the ideal, but many people who achieve such success often feel empty inside because they have neglected the deeper, more meaningful aspects of life: relationships, kindness, and contributing to the greater good. Meaning gives life depth. A meaningful life goes beyond external accomplishments. It's about understanding that our time here is short and how we choose to spend it matters. Meaning is found in our connections with others, the love we share, and the difference we make in the world. Meaningful lives are rich in experience, purpose, and fulfillment because they are aligned with our values. Our values shape our legacy. A meaningful life is lived with intention. It's about living in alignment with personal values, honesty, integrity, kindness, compassion, and respect for others. These values are what define us in the long run. It's not the accolades that will stay with people after we're gone, but the way we live in accordance with our values. When we live according to values that truly matter, we build a life worth remembering. Success is often measured by others, but meaning is something only we can define. The pursuit of success might be dictated by society's standards, but meaning is deeply personal. It's the journey, not just the destination. By focusing on what matters to us most, whether it's the pursuit of personal growth, fostering relationships, or giving back to the community, we create a life that is fulfilling, and that is worth remembering. At the heart of a life worth remembering are personal values, the core beliefs and principles that guide us in our decisions and actions. Our values shape the way we treat others, the way we handle adversity, and the way we contribute to the world. What are your core values? Ask yourself, what do you stand for? Your values define how you live, how you interact with people, and what kind of difference you aim to make in the world. Whether it's kindness, honesty, empathy, or hard work, these values will be the cornerstone of your legacy. Living by values shapes your actions. When you live according to your values, your actions align with your true self. This brings a sense of purpose, fulfillment, and authenticity to everything you do. People will remember you not just for your accomplishments, but for how you made them feel, the way you treated them, and how you stayed true to what you believe. How do your values influence your relationships? Our values are reflected in our relationships. Do you value honesty and openness? If so, you will likely be someone who builds deep, trusting relationships. Do you value empathy and kindness? If so, you'll be known as someone who offers a listening ear and lends a helping hand. These are the qualities that create the lasting memories others will have of you. Values give you direction. When life gets challenging, your values are what will keep you grounded. They will guide your decisions and help you overcome obstacles with integrity. People who live by their values are often remembered as individuals of strong character and resilience, qualities that transcend time. Living a life worth remembering is about more than just personal success. It's about making a lasting impact in the hearts of others, living in alignment with your values, and creating meaningful relationships that will endure long after you're gone. So ask yourself, what legacy do I want to leave? How can I live today in a way that aligns with the values I hold dear? A meaningful life is a life that touches others deeply, one that creates ripples of love, compassion, and kindness that last far beyond our time on earth. Living with purpose isn't just a lofty idea or something that sounds good in theory. It's about the decisions you make each day. It's the recognition that your life is more than just the passing days and routines. Living with purpose means intentionally creating a life that aligns with your deepest values and desires, gives your life direction, a sense of meaning that keeps you grounded, even through challenges. It's knowing that the choices you make today contribute to something bigger than yourself. When you live with purpose, you approach each day with focus, because you understand the why behind what you do. You can face life's obstacles with a clear sense of what you're working toward, and it makes the journey more fulfilling. The first step in finding your life's purpose is understanding what excites you, those activities, interests, and dreams that bring out the best in you. Passions are often the key to unlocking your purpose. Ask yourself, what activities make you lose track of time? What are you doing when you feel most alive? These moments are windows into what truly matters to you. When you identify your passions, you're getting closer to understanding your purpose. Perhaps you love helping others, creating art, or solving problems. These passions could be telling you something. Maybe your purpose lies in a career or lifestyle that incorporates these things. Passion can also guide your contributions to the world. What do you feel driven to contribute or change? Passionate work often leads to a deep sense of fulfillment because you're not just doing things for personal gain, but because it aligns with your inner values. Living intentionally means making conscious, thoughtful decisions every day, acting in a way that reflects what you truly value. Instead of just going through the motions, it's about bringing purpose to every moment. When you live intentionally, you recognize that time is precious, and every action you take either brings you closer to or further from your desired purpose. It's about recognizing that even the smallest choices, how you spend your time, how you treat others, how you speak to yourself, matter. If you value kindness, living intentionally means looking for ways to be kind in your everyday life, whether through small gestures like smiling at someone, offering a helping hand, or listening with empathy. The goal is to align your actions with your values, so they reflect the kind of person you aim to be. Living intentionally also means being present. Instead of waiting for the perfect moment to make a big change, you start by making small adjustments now. These small steps compound over time, leading you closer to your larger purpose. Values are the core beliefs that guide your life. They're the compass that helps you decide what's worth your time and energy. To live with purpose, it's crucial to identify your values and ensure your actions align with them. How do you identify your values? Reflect on the things that matter most to you: family, integrity, freedom, community, creativity, etc. Ask yourself, what do I stand for? What will I never compromise on? Once you know your values, ask, do my actions align with these values? Are you making choices that are consistent with what you believe in? For example, if honesty is a core value, does your behavior reflect that in your relationships and work? Living a life of purpose involves making decisions that support your values, even when it's difficult. Sometimes, it's easy to act out of convenience or fear, but true fulfillment comes when your actions and values are in harmony. At the heart of living with purpose is a simple but powerful question. Are your daily actions reflecting what truly matters to you? Daily actions are the building blocks of your life. It's easy to get distracted by what's immediate or urgent, but true purpose is found in those daily decisions. Each action, no matter how small, creates the path you'll walk. If your actions aren't aligned with your purpose, you might feel like you're wandering aimlessly. Ask yourself, am I spending my time in ways that are meaningful to me? Am I treating others the way I want to be remembered? This question helps you stay mindful of whether your actions are truly aligned with your larger goals and values. Here are a few practical steps to start living intentionally and aligning your actions with your values. Identify your passions and values. Spend time reflecting on what truly excites you and what you stand for. Set clear goals. Create short and long-term goals that align with your values. Break them down into actionable steps. At the end of each day, reflect on your actions. Ask yourself if you lived intentionally and whether your choices were aligned with your purpose. Be patient. Purpose isn't something that happens overnight. It's a lifelong journey. Celebrate small wins and stay committed to your path. Surround yourself with like-minded people. Being around others who share your values can help you stay motivated and focused on your purpose. Living with purpose is a lifelong journey of self-discovery and intentional living. It's about staying true to yourself, making thoughtful choices, and remembering that your purpose isn't something you find once. It's something you build every day through your passions, actions, and relationships. Remember, purpose is not something external. It's within you. The more you connect with it, the more fulfilled you'll feel. Keep asking yourself the important questions, and let your values guide you toward a life that truly matters. One of the most profound ways we can live a life worth remembering is by focusing on our relationships and striving to make a positive impact on the people around us. Whether it's family, friends, or our wider community, our interactions with others hold immense power. They shape our connections, build trust, and ultimately contribute to the legacy we leave behind. Focus on relationships, family, friends, and community. The foundation of our lives often rests on the relationships we nurture. These relationships have the potential to uplift us during difficult times and offer joy during moments of success. However, the impact we have on these relationships can also leave lasting marks. Family. Our family members, whether by blood or through close bonds, are often the first people we influence. They see us at our best and our worst, and the love and care we show them can have a long-lasting effect. Being present, offering emotional support, or simply spending quality time together can make a huge difference. The way we treat our family speaks volumes about the kind of person we are, and these actions often get passed down to future generations. Friends. Our friendships shape us in profound ways. They offer a mirror to who we are and provide an opportunity to build each other up. Being a supportive friend means being there during times of need, offering guidance, or just lending a listening ear. True friendship is based on mutual respect, empathy, and understanding. Community. In our broader circles, our communities are shaped by our interactions and our contributions. Whether the local neighborhood, workplace, or even an online community, how we show up for others matters. A positive impact on your community can ripple out and affect even more lives than you may realize. Helping others in your community doesn't have to be monumental. Small acts of kindness go a long way. How can you make the lives of others better? Through simple acts of kindness. The beauty of making a positive impact is that it doesn't always require grand gestures. Often it's the smallest, simplest acts of kindness that make the biggest difference. These acts might seem small to us, but to the person receiving them, they could be life-changing. A kind word, sometimes offering someone a compliment or even acknowledging their presence, can be enough to brighten their day. A simple, "You're doing a great job," or "I really appreciate you," can mean so much to someone who might be feeling overlooked or underappreciated. A helping hand. It can be as simple as helping a neighbor carry groceries or holding the door open for someone. These small, everyday gestures show others that you care and that you're willing to help without expecting anything in return. Listening actively. In today's busy world, taking the time to truly listen to someone is a powerful act of kindness. Offering a safe space for someone to share their thoughts and feelings makes them feel heard and validated, which is incredibly important for their emotional well-being. Kindness through words and actions. Sometimes the best way to make someone's day is by saying something kind or doing something thoughtful for them. A handwritten note, a surprise treat, or simply remembering important dates like birthdays can go a long way to make a lasting, positive impact on others. We can look beyond our immediate circle and think about ways to contribute to the wider community. Volunteering, mentoring, and supporting others in their dreams are powerful ways to do this. Volunteering. Giving your time to a cause or a group in need is one of the most selfless ways to make a positive impact. Whether it's volunteering at a local food bank, helping at a shelter, or tutoring children in your neighborhood, the simple act of giving your time can change someone's life for the better. Volunteering doesn't have to be grand or complicated. Small, regular commitments can create ripples of change that last far longer than the moment itself. Mentoring. Being a mentor means guiding someone, offering advice, and helping them navigate challenges they may not have the experience to handle on their own. This could be mentoring a young person, a colleague, or even a friend, offering your wisdom, sharing your experience, and simply being present for someone can have an incredible impact on their life and future. When you mentor, you plant seeds of hope and opportunity in someone else's life. Supporting dreams. Sometimes people just need someone to believe in them. Supporting others in pursuing their dreams, whether that's by offering encouragement, providing resources, or helping them network, is another powerful way to leave a positive mark on the world. When you help others achieve their dreams, you not only help them succeed, but you also inspire them to pay it forward, creating a cycle of kindness and support that spreads far and wide. When we think about making a positive impact, it's easy to imagine needing to change our entire way of living. But in reality, the smallest shifts in our behavior can have an outsized effect on those around us. Here are a few small changes you can make today. Instead of being distracted by technology or other thoughts, try to be fully present when interacting with others. Give them your undivided attention and show that they are important. This simple act of presence makes people feel valued. In moments of frustration, practice patience. Sometimes, people around us are struggling, and our patience can give them the space they need to open up or work through their difficulties. A little patience goes a long way in creating an environment of respect and care. When faced with disagreements or differences of opinion, make an effort to approach situations with empathy and understanding rather than judgment, giving people the benefit of the doubt and treating them with respect, even in tough situations, creates a culture of kindness. Take the time to express gratitude to the people who help or support you in your daily life. A simple thank you can show appreciation and make the other person feel acknowledged. Holding on to grudges can create negativity in your relationships. Learning to forgive, even in difficult situations, allows you to create stronger, more meaningful connections with others. When we forgive, we let go of past hurts and open the door for growth and healing in our relationships. Ultimately, making a positive impact on others is about the small, daily choices we make that reflect our kindness, empathy, and willingness to help. These simple, often unnoticed actions add up over time and help create a ripple effect of good in the world. The way you treat others, how you support them, and the kindness you show can leave a legacy far beyond what you might ever see or imagine. By focusing on relationships, making others feel valued, and supporting them in their journey, you can truly live a life worth remembering. So, start today. Ask yourself, what small change in my behavior could make a big difference in someone's life? Life has a way of presenting us with challenges that test our strength, patience, and will to continue. But it's not the challenges themselves that define us. It's how we respond to them. It's in those moments of difficulty that our character is shaped and our potential for growth becomes clear. Think about a moment in your life that tested you. Maybe it was a personal loss, a financial struggle, or a relationship that caused pain. At the time, these moments felt unbearable. Yet with time, they likely became pivotal in shaping the person you are today. The obstacles we face have a unique ability to mold us into someone wiser, stronger, and more compassionate. The power of reflection. It's crucial to reflect on past challenges. Sometimes, looking back and identify what you've learned from those times is eye-opening. Each hardship carries a lesson, whether we recognize it immediately or not. Maybe you learn patience after dealing with a difficult situation at work, or you develop resilience through overcoming a personal health challenge. Often, we don't realize how strong we truly are until we face a significant challenge. When you push through something difficult, you find reservoirs of strength you didn't know you had. And once you make it to the other side, you're never quite the same. Your ability to handle life's next challenges will be greater, and your confidence in overcoming future obstacles will increase. Challenges also help us develop empathy. Having gone through difficulties ourselves, we become more understanding and compassionate toward others facing their own struggles. It's through shared experiences of pain or hardship that we often find the deepest connections with others. It's not just about getting through tough times. It's about sharing the lessons you've learned with others to help them do the same. After you face a tough challenge and emerge stronger, your story can be a beacon of hope for others. Think about people in your life who have overcome hardship and how their stories have inspired you. You have the potential to do the same for someone else. Your struggles don't have to be kept to yourself. By sharing your journey, you provide a roadmap for others who might be lost in their own struggles. There is something incredibly powerful in telling your story, especially when it comes from a place of vulnerability. For instance, someone who has battled addiction can offer wisdom to others who are in the middle of their own fight. A person who has lost a loved one can help someone else navigate grief. By sharing your struggles, you remind others they're not alone and that overcoming is possible. Sometimes, sharing your experiences isn't about telling someone what to do. It's about offering a listening ear or showing them that their emotions and struggles are valid. Simply showing someone that you've been through something similar can be a huge comfort. Your presence and support can be a lifeline for someone who is feeling isolated. Resilience is one of the most important qualities that allow us to grow through adversity. It's the ability to bounce back from setbacks, learn from them, and keep moving forward with greater wisdom. Resilience isn't about never experiencing failure. It's about how we rise after falling. It's about being knocked down and then getting back up stronger, wiser, and more prepared for whatever comes next. A resilient person sees challenges as opportunities, not obstacles. They look at failure not as the end, but as a lesson to be learned from and used for future success. There's a misconception that failure is something to be avoided at all costs. In reality, failure is one of the most valuable teachers we have. It's through our mistakes that we learn. When we fail, we're given a chance to examine what went wrong, adjust, and do better next time. Failure teaches us humility, patience, and perseverance. Reframing setbacks as opportunities. The way you view failure plays a huge role in your growth. Instead of seeing it as a personal shortcoming, view it as a stepping stone toward success. If you tried something and it didn't work out, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What will I do differently next time? This shift in mindset can transform how you approach life's challenges. Building resilience through practice. Like any muscle, resilience strengthens the more you use it. When faced with difficult circumstances, the first step is often the hardest. But once you push through, you become better equipped to handle even tougher situations. Each challenge faced becomes an opportunity to practice resilience and grow stronger. What we endure and how we recover can influence not just our lives, but also the lives of others around us. When we overcome challenges, we inspire others to do the same. Think about how many times you've looked up to someone for their ability to face hardships with courage. Your resilience can have a similar effect on others. You might not always see it, but your ability to keep going will inspire someone else to keep pushing forward when they feel like giving up. By growing through challenges and showing others how to do the same, we build stronger communities. Whether it's within your family, your workplace, or a wider network, resilience is contagious. When people see you overcoming adversity, they believe they can do it too, and together, you create a culture of growth and strength. Life's challenges are not obstacles. They are opportunity for growth. They test our resilience, shape our character, and prepare us for the future. How you handle hardship says more about you than anything else. It's not about avoiding failure or running from pain. It's about facing head-on, learning from it, and becoming a better, stronger version of yourself. When we think about leaving a legacy, it's easy to focus on achievements. Achievements might look like awards, titles, or financial success, things that are tangible and easily seen. But in the grand scheme of life, values are what truly shape the impression we leave behind. Achievements are temporary. They can be celebrated in the moment but might fade away over time. In contrast, values, such as honesty, integrity, and compassion, are what endure. These qualities speak to the core of who we are, influencing how others experience us and how they remember us. Lasting impact. Achievements can fade with time, but the impact of your values can ripple through generations. For example, you may not always be remembered for promotion you received at work, but you will certainly be remembered for how you treated others, whether you were kind, honest, and selfless. Achievements are external markers of success, often based on what you've done. However, values reflect who you are as a person. When people speak of you, they often share what kind of person you were, the kindness you showed, your ability to stay true to your word, or how you live in alignment with your principles. While achievements may impress, it is your values that inspire. Think about the individuals you look up to in your life. Chances are, it's not their career success that inspires you, but their honesty, their generosity, or their compassion. People are drawn to genuine goodness, and it is through this goodness that we inspire others to become better versions of themselves. Some core values that often stand out as being important when people reflect on a life well lived. Honesty. Honesty is often said to be the foundation of trust. People remember those who were truthful and transparent, especially when the truth wasn't easy to say. Honesty doesn't just mean telling the truth. It's also about being authentic and genuine in every interaction. Ask yourself, are you someone who speaks the truth, even when it's uncomfortable? Integrity. Integrity is about doing the right thing even when no one is watching. It's about having strong moral principles that guide your decisions. Integrity means being consistent in your values and actions, regardless of external pressures or situations. Ask yourself, do you act in alignment with your values, even when no one else is around to witness it? Compassion. Compassion involves understanding and empathizing with others, offering kindness and support. It's about being there for people in their time of need, without expecting anything in return. Compassion is about seeing the humanity in others and offering them comfort, understanding, and help. Ask yourself, how often do you show kindness to others, especially those who might not be able to repay you? What do you want to be remembered for? This is a deeply reflective question that many of us don't often consider. We might focus on our achievements, but it's the values that truly define our character. When we think about how others will remember us, we must ask ourselves, when people think of me, do I want them to remember my wealth? Or do I want them to remember my kindness? Is my legacy going to be defined by my job title? Or will it be defined by the love I share with others? When I'm gone, do I want people to recall my accomplishments, or will they speak of how I helped others find their way? Your values are what remain in the hearts of others, even long after you've left. It's how people will recall you, not just in the sense of what you did for them, but in how you made them feel. When you are no longer around, how will people describe you? Will they speak of your integrity, or will they remember your honesty? These are the questions you should reflect on daily as they guide the way you live your life today. When people talk about you after you're gone, do you want them to say, they were always honest, no matter the situation, or they always made sure I felt heard and cared for? Do you want to be remembered as someone who stayed true to their values? Or will people remember you for things that are fleeting and less impactful? Reflect on your actions regularly. Ask yourself, Are my actions today reflecting the values I want to be remembered for? This kind of reflection helps you stay aligned with your principles, no matter how busy life gets. Be consistent. Make sure that your values guide your actions consistently, not just when it's easy. It's easy to be compassionate when people are nice to you, but true compassion shines when it's hard. Integrity is most evident when you're faced with a challenge that tests your character. Live by your values every day so that others can see and be inspired. Often, our legacy is shaped not by what we say, but by how we live, the way you interact with others, the way you treat yourself, and the choices you make will inspire those around you, whether they are consciously aware of it or not. Every day, find ways to show kindness. It doesn't have to be grand gestures. It could be a simple smile to a stranger, a helping hand to a friend, or listening to someone who needs to be heard. These small acts of compassion add up and are the ones that will be remembered the most. When people speak about you, let it be your character, your values that stand out. Achievements can be forgotten, but how you made others feel, the kindness you showed, the honesty you held onto, and the integrity you live by will be the real legacy. So, ask yourself today, what values do I want to be remembered for? And more importantly, what am I doing today to make sure I'm remembered for those values? Remember, values are timeless. They are what will keep your legacy alive in the hearts of others long after you're gone. Living a life worth remembering doesn't happen overnight, and it certainly doesn't come from a single grand act. In fact, it is the small, consistent actions we take every day that shape the kind of life we lead and the legacy we leave behind. These actions, though seemingly insignificant at the time, can accumulate into something powerful, profound, and long-lasting. It's easy to think that the most impactful moment in life come from major milestones, graduations, promotions, or even big achievements like winning awards or starting a business. But daily decisions made quietly and often unnoticed are the ones that truly define the course of our lives. Think about it. Small acts of kindness, like holding the door open for someone, checking in on a friend, or taking the time to thank someone for their work, can have a ripple effect that grows far beyond the moment. These are the decisions that may seem trivial, but ultimately create deep connections with others, building relationships based on respect, kindness, and mutual care. Over time, these small actions compound, creating a life that is rich in meaningful experiences and connections. You don't need to wait for a dramatic event to make a difference. The decision to be present, to listen carefully, and to act with empathy every day is what lays the foundation for a meaningful existence. And it's the consistency of this attitude and behavior that transforms it from a fleeting act to a way of life. Consistency is one of the most powerful ingredients in a recipe for building a lasting legacy. While one spectacular act may be remembered for a short time, it is the ongoing, steady commitment to doing good, helping others, and living with integrity that truly defines the legacy you leave behind. The key to consistency is commitment. It's about choosing to show up every day, even when it's hard, even when no one is watching, and continue to act in line with your values, whether or not there's immediate recognition or reward. People notice when someone is consistent in their actions, especially when those actions align with integrity, honesty, and kindness. Let's take a simple example. Consider someone who consistently takes the time to mentor others, sharing wisdom, offering support, and encouraging growth. Over time, this person builds a reputation as someone trustworthy and reliable. People begin to trust them, respect them, and seek them out for guidance. The impact of these consistent, small acts adds up, and that person becomes remembered not only for their knowledge or success, but for their deep commitment to helping others grow. Their legacy, in turn, becomes about making the world better, one action at a time. Consistency also has the power to shape the quality of our own lives. When we show up consistently with a positive attitude, practicing kindness, gratitude, and empathy, we're not only making a difference in the lives of others, we're building our own resilience, cultivating a deep sense of satisfaction, and creating the kind of life that feels rewarding, fulfilling, and rich with meaning. The significance of gratitude, empathy, and love in shaping your legacy. 3 key emotions, gratitude, empathy, and love, are foundational to building a legacy that's worth remembering. Let's break down why each of these qualities is essential to shaping a life that leaves a lasting, positive impact. Gratitude. Gratitude is a practice of recognizing and appreciating the good in our lives, even in the midst of challenges. When we express gratitude, we cultivate a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. This outlook has the power to transform our relationships, our approach to setbacks, and the way we interact with the world. A life of gratitude isn't only about appreciating the big moments. It's about being thankful for the small, everyday things that make life special. A friendly smile, a good meal, a quiet moment of peace. Why does gratitude matter in building a legacy? Because when you live with gratitude, you tend to approach life with a sense of contentment and joy. This energy is contagious. People are naturally drawn to individuals who consistently focus on the positive aspect of life, who see beauty in the simple things, and who express thankfulness not only to others but to the world around them. Gratitude builds deeper connections and helps us remember what truly matters, which is why it plays a critical role in shaping the kind of legacy we leave. Empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It's the foundation of strong relationships and meaningful connections. When you show empathy, you are saying, I see you, I understand you. Your pain, your joy, your experiences matter to me. Empathy involves listening with an open heart and being present in the moment with others. The power of empathy cannot be overstated. It allows us to connect on a deeper level, to support others through difficult times, and to celebrate their successes as if they were our own. Empathy is a cornerstone of effective leadership, compassion, and service, and it is what motivates us to act in ways that positively affect others' lives. A legacy shaped by empathy is one that will be remembered for the genuine care and understanding it offers to others. When you lead with empathy, you create a world where others feel seen, heard, and valued. Love. Love is the most powerful force that drives us to create meaningful relationships, take care of others, and make sacrifices for the greater good. It's the love we show our family, our friends, and our community that leaves an indelible mark on the world. Love is unconditional. It doesn't ask for anything in return, and it's expressed through actions more than words. Living a life of love means showing up for others, caring for them, and demonstrating affection, kindness, and compassion. True love leaves behind a legacy of deep, lifelong relationships. People who are remembered for their love often inspire others to live with the same open heart, creating a ripple effect that can spread through generations. The love you give others, without expecting anything in return, is the most profound legacy you can create. In the grand scheme of life, it's often the small, consistent actions performed every day with genuine heart that create the most lasting impact. Your commitment to showing up each day with empathy, gratitude, and love will define the legacy you leave behind. It's not about big, dramatic moments. It's about the small, intentional choices you make every day. The beauty of it all is that you have the power to shape your legacy right now, with every single action, every word, and every choice you make. When you look back at your life, you won't remember the fleeting moments of fame or success. What you'll remember, and what others will remember, is the way you made them feel, the kindness, empathy, and love you shared. And that is a legacy worth remembering. When we talk about leading by example, we're not just referring to grand gestures or big moments of success. The truth is, every small action we take has the potential to influence others. Whether it's a simple smile, the way we treat others with kindness, or the dedication we show to our work, we are always teaching others how to live through our actions. You don't have to be in a leadership role or in the spotlight for your actions to matter. In fact, sometimes it's the small, quiet acts of goodness that make the biggest impact. Think about how people around you have been shaped by your actions. A friend who was inspired by your resilience, a colleague who learned the importance of honesty by watching how you handled difficult situations, or a family member who felt encouraged by your kindness when they were struggling. In leading by example, you are showing others what it looks like to live a life with purpose and intention. And as they witness this, they too may begin to live with greater mindfulness and thoughtfulness. What kind of person do I want others to see when they look at me? How can I show others what it means to live a life of integrity, kindness, and purpose? In what ways can I encourage those around me to live their best lives? Just by the example I set. What are you teaching others through your actions and words? As human beings, we are constantly communicating, sometimes verbally, sometimes through our actions. Both are powerful tools that can shape the world around us. Every time you act with honesty, show patience, or make decisions based on your values, you are teaching others something important. Through your actions, you're teaching others how to handle challenges with grace and how to remain calm in difficult situations. People are always watching, and how you carry yourself during moments of stress can be a lesson in resilience for others. Through your words, you can teach the power of encouragement, empathy, and even vulnerability. What do you say when someone makes a mistake? Are you quick to criticize? Or do you offer support and constructive feedback? Are your words filled with positivity? Or do they focus on negativity? Your actions and words have a direct impact on how others perceive life and how they approach challenges. You are a living, breathing example of the values you hold dear. If you want to inspire others to live with intention, make sure your actions and words align with that goal. Ask yourself, what are my words teaching others? Are they uplifting or discouraging? Are my actions consistent with the values I claim to uphold? How do my actions and words affect the way others see themselves or the world around them? Are you creating a ripple effect of positivity in the world around you? Now, let's consider this idea of a ripple effect. When you throw a stone into a calm pond, it causes ripples to spread outward, affecting the water far beyond where the stone landed. Similarly, your actions and words, no matter how small, can have far-reaching effect on the lives of others. Think about this. Every kind act you perform, every word of encouragement you speak, can set off a series of positive events that extend beyond the moment. Perhaps someone you inspire goes on to help another person, who then spreads that positivity further. Before you know it, you've created a ripple of kindness, encouragement, and goodness in the world. This ripple effect doesn't always show itself immediately, and sometimes it takes years for you to see the true impact of your actions. But know that every time you choose kindness, empathy, and integrity, you are contributing to a chain reaction of positive change. It's not about seeking recognition or reward, but rather about making a meaningful difference that lasts beyond your own lifetime. Ask yourself, am I creating a ripple effect of positivity in the world, even in small, everyday ways? What kind of legacy do I want my actions to leave behind? How can I foster an environment where kindness and good deeds multiply and spread? Small actions matter. Leading by example doesn't require grand gestures. Even the smallest acts of kindness and positivity can inspire others. Consistency is key. Your words and actions must align with the life you wish to inspire in others. Authenticity is powerful. The ripple effect. Every positive action you take sends out ripples that can touch lives in ways you may never fully see. Live intentionally, knowing that your choices can create a chain of kindness. By focusing on leading through actions, teaching through words, and understanding the power of a ripple effect, we can all inspire others to live a life worth remembering, not just for ourselves, but for those whose lives we touch along the way. Life moves at such a fast pace. We often get caught up in our daily routines, the tasks we need to accomplish, and the demands from work or family. But how often do we pause and truly reflect on the journey we've been on? The truth is, without reflection, we risk losing touch with who we are, where we're going, and what we truly want from life. Taking time to reflect on the life you've lived. Self-reflection is one of the most powerful tools for personal growth. It allows us to step outside of our current situation and take a bird's-eye view of our journey. Reflecting on your life doesn't mean simply thinking about the good times or the bad times. It's about examining the full spectrum of your experiences and how they've shaped you. Why reflect? Reflecting on your life gives you the opportunity to learn from your past, celebrate the lessons learned, and forgive yourself for past mistakes. When you reflect, you can take note of the patterns in your decisions, the people who have influenced your journey, and the turning points that defined you. How to reflect. Set aside some quiet time, no distractions. Ask yourself questions that open up deeper insights into your life. For example, what have I learned from my successes and failures? How have my relationships shaped me? What are the moments in my life that have left a lasting impact on me? Reflection is not just a passive act. It's an active process that helps you understand your personal growth, clarify your values, and adjust the course of your future. What does a life well-lived look like to you? We all have different definitions of what a well-lived life is, and that's okay. To one person, it may mean achieving professional success or financial security. To another, it might mean living a life full of love, kindness, and making a difference in the lives of others. Your personal definition. Take a moment to ask yourself, what does a life well lived truly look like to me? Is it about chasing dreams, or is it about the people you surround yourself with? Is it about achieving your goals, or about the kindness you spread to those around you? When you reflect on your life, ask yourself whether your actions align with the life you envision for yourself. The balance of life. A well-lived life doesn't have to be a perfect life. It doesn't mean that everything has gone according to plan. Life is full of twists and turns, and sometimes it's the challenges we face that help us grow the most. A life well lived is one in which you stay true to your values, pursue your passions, and live with integrity. It's not about perfection, but about authenticity and fulfillment. So, when you think of a life well lived, consider the areas that matter most to you. Relationships. Are you nurturing the relationships that bring you joy and fulfillment? Personal growth. Are you learning, growing, and evolving as a person? Contribution. Are you giving back in ways that align with your values? A life well lived means feeling at peace with yourself and knowing that your actions have had a positive impact on those around you. How can you make today a step closer to living that kind of life? The beauty of self-reflection is that it gives you the chance to change the course of your life. Starting today, reflecting on the life you've lived and the life you want to live brings you face to face with the gap between where you are and where you want to be. But this isn't a reason to despair. It's an opportunity to take action. Small steps, big changes. Don't think of a well-lived life as something you'll get to someday in the future. Instead, start thinking about what small steps you can take today to make that life a reality. Maybe it's about showing gratitude more often, taking time for self-care, or being kinder to those around you. Each day offers an opportunity to grow closer to the person you want to be and to create the life you want to lead. Consistency over perfection. It's not about making massive changes all at once, but about making small, consistent decisions that align with the life you want. Every small decision to prioritize your health, relationships, or happiness is a step in the right direction. Over time, these small changes accumulate into a significant transformation. Focus on what matters most. As you reflect on your life's journey, focus on the areas that bring you the most fulfillment. If you're pursuing a career, think about what kind of impact you want to make. If it's about relationships, think about how you can nurture the people who matter most to you. Make today count by moving in the direction of your values and goals, no matter how small the steps may seem. Remember, life is not a destination, it's a journey. The reflection you do today can provide clarity on the road ahead. And even though you can't change the past, you have the power to shape your future. Reflecting on your life's journey is not just about looking back. It's about looking forward, too. It's about being present in the moment and taking intentional actions that align with the person you aspire to become. A life well lived is one where you honor your values, make the most of every opportunity, and leave a positive impact on others. Remember, each new day is a fresh start, a new opportunity to get closer to the life you've always dreamed of living. Living a life worth remembering isn't about being perfect. It's about being intentional with every action and living authentically. It's about the love you give, the impact you have, and the memories you create. So, what steps will you take today to ensure that when people remember you, it's with respect, love, and admiration? Will your legacy inspire others to live better lives? The choice is in your hands. Remember, it's not about the years you live, but the life you fill them with. Make each moment count, leave a positive impact, and live in a way that leaves a lasting legacy. So go out there, chase your dreams, and live a life worth remembering. If you found this inspiring, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more motivational content. Until next time, keep living with purpose.